Welcome back to Casting the Casters, and we have Nili again. He's on here, and his stream title for the day is preparing for or practicing, I don't know, for Red Bull Wololo 7 Day 2. So, looks like Nili is probably trying to qualify here for the next Red Bull. I don't think there's been one announced, but, you know, we kind of expect there to be one. And if you're prepping for Red Bull while you're playing a random map, well, it does translate a bit. Nili is here playing as the Sicilians in the red in the south of the map. But then, over on the other side, we have macluffy playing in the blue as the Magyars. I've casted macluffy a few times on this channel, and he seems to be a little bit of an annoying, aggressive player. The kind that brings really entertaining games. So, gonna have to say, I like casting this guy. Brings us entertainment, and that's what we're here for, to be entertained. Alright, sorry. Yes, macluffy brings us entertainment. So that's what we are here for it. Pushing in the ostrich. It's got an elephant here. Ostrich, elephant is Desert Arabia. Which kind of makes sense. There's a lot of... Wow. Really didn't want that to be anywhere but underneath... And the timing on that, not great. Never mind. I thought that was 0. Nili going to 4 on wood, so we're going to expect to see a militia. Also has, men-at-arms are militia. Has pushed in a zebra himself and scouting around. So both these players, very greedy here with the approaches. I would say no pre-milled rush. The pre-milled rush, you want to be probably finding your opponent pretty quickly. You need to know where your opponent is. Elephant coming in now for Nili, and yeah, he didn't have his villagers shift queued there. You can shift queue your villagers from the zebra to the elephant. Good thing to do if your timings are clean. If not, then maybe not do that, but Nili does have clean timing, so you can see perfect timing there. Drop in a house, and if we look at the maps, it's kind of awkward for Nili. This right-hand side of his base where his gold and berries are, there's no wood lines forever. It's just this open desert. And the left-hand side of his base contains all of his wood lines. I'd say all 4 of his wood lines are here on the left. macluffy, the front of his base, which contains his berries, also contains a hill. That's really not great. And his right-hand side with gold, also wide open. He's got a back wood line. Everything's open to the front of his base, so should be a pretty aggressive map. Good to see that with these players. Nili doesn't love the aggression so much, but is a top tier player in strategy, and just a top tier player, not just in strategy, top tier player. Anybody over 2k is a top tier player. Nili's well over 2k, so yeah. Thought I had a sneeze. Didn't have a sneeze. Gonna have one here. That's an annoying feeling. Eventually. Alright, so lots of food under the town center for macluffy. Nili dropping a second lumber camp. Sicilians, they can go archers, they can go scouts, they can do it all. Both players clicking loom within a second of each other. So, and that's at 9th, that's at 20 pop apiece. Nili's housed at 20 pop, but I think he's going up on 20 pop, so he doesn't need to be building a house. He's not building a house, and yes, he's going up. Both players going up 3 seconds difference. You know how I know it's 3 seconds exactly? Well, I've got a timer up here also. Down here, that's the idle TC time. 3 seconds difference. And neither player adding walls. I'm expecting scouts from both. I am expecting scouts from both. Magyars are going to take an advantage there, but Sicilians can add in spearmen a lot more effectively than the Magyars. Oh, I was not paying attention. macluffy adding in some militia and trying to get some walls down across the front of his base. Nili dropping the barracks now, which is a scout timing for the barracks. Nili finds the town center, but doesn't eat too many arrows there, maybe just 1 arrow. Nili also trying to drop some walls, and I mean, you could wall from here to here. It's really your best bet. I mean, it's just so wide open. Probably counting on Well, I don't know. He can see that it's just completely wide open. Hasn't even seen that wood line. So, yeah, makes sense. Scouts coming across. You can see, Nili can see the guys here. And it's just, it's 3 militia. They're heading forward. Nili's base hasn't been found. And macluffy doesn't quite know where it is, because it's a little bit south of where you would expect based on macluffy's position. Scouts are stable coming up now, and men-at-arms coming in, and the walls added to the TC here around the woodline into the town center. So the little small walls, nice to see. Spearmen coming out for Nili. Men-at-arms, okay, it's archers from our Magyar player and scouts from our Sicilian player. Very interesting, a little different than I expected, not gonna lie. I'd like to see house there. Just the house. Nili, nope. Well, he probably will before these men-at-arms show up. And men-at-arms are really good against scouts because they keep them at home for quite a while. Trying to be annoying with the scout, is being annoying with the scout, I should say, is macluffy. Nili gonna head across and try to find some damage as he's switching into archers himself. So opening with 3 scouts and then gonna try to find some damage with those 3 scouts against the spearmen and archers of macluffy. Going to be archers from Nili as well. So archers from both players now. Nili started with scouts, macluffy started with men-at-arms, and now they're both into archers. 4 scouts, though, is going to be enough to take this with Sicilians, I think, against the 2 and 2. But don't take it. Why take it? Macluffy's added small walls everywhere, but go be annoying at his base. Macluffy's not scared, nor should he be. Spearman coming across, poke on the scout. Now fighting the men-at-arms, not what you wanted to do with the spearmen. Nili losing them. And this is a very aggressive map, like I said earlier. And Nili trying to find some pressure, unable to do so with these scouts. Gonna be as annoying as possible. Nili has to abandon that wood line because the archers have shown up, and he abandons it in time and smoothly, doesn't lose a single villager. macluffy does have a 2-0 KD, but that's on spearmen and a scout. 1 spearman, 1 scout. Not the biggest deal in the world. Now the walls being added here. I like that. Good timing on that. Not a moment too soon. And walls being added across the backside here. I would love to maybe even pull another villager, and he does so. Well played there from Nili. Fletching in for macluffy, not yet in for Nili, and the walls get up just in time, but those are paper walls at this point. The archers are here to try to push these away. Actually, the walls do survive. Now the army is stacking up for Nili, all here. The scouts came back. He's trying to snipe off the spearmen, and then he can engage and really wreck this fight. Fletching coming in, and you can see these spearmen are still pretty strong. The scout, very weak. So Nili does have an HP advantage in this fight. You can see the scouts really are just the tankiest feudal age unit. So they're able to provide a lot of help in these fights. See the men-at-arms, 45 HP. Scouts, also 45. Okay. But the spearmen, not much HP. Shoot the spearman, Nili. He is shooting the spearman. He's going to clean this fight up and takes the KD lead pretty significantly there. And the scout skirm is really a great play. And Nili's not really going anything at the moment. He's going to make macluffy respawn to him. And macluffy now has to add a stable. Nili starting to add the walls. And you can see, where do you wall? You just got a wall out across the open plains. macluffy has horse color in. Now Nili's had that for a while. Nili does have a nice position in this game. I have to feel like, although my goodness, Nili 1 minute and 37 seconds of idle TC time. Well, that's not great. This is open though. He could make up for a little bit of that right now, right here, and these guys are gonna run. Yeah. So this is making up for a little bit of that idle TC time by adding a little bit of idle eco time and killing off villager. Nicely done. Gets a vill kill. Does drop both scouts. Probably not what he wanted to do, as macluffy now has the military lead. Nili gonna be needing to add more military. Yep, adding archers again. Does he know the scouts are coming? I don't think he's seen this stable yet. No, he hasn't. That's something he's gonna need to know, or else it's gonna catch him off guard in a bad way. Walls almost finished, though, for Nili, and the scouts become a lot less effective the more walls that are up. And here come the scouts. Nili now knows they're scouts. He's probably going to add scouts of his own. He's got to add something. I would add scouts, spearmen, everything, because you need military production. Drops the second archer range immediately. Now it's 11 to 5. I would literally add everything that I have access to, just because I need that military production. I need some army out. Now, I would have preferred this to go straight down and make this wall this wood line a fully back wood line, protected from archer fire. Instead, Nili hasn't done that, doesn't have a single protected wood line. Scouts show up to the walls. Spearmen, it's just going to be 2 archer range production from Nili, going only into archers, but that's not going to do it, I don't think. Although he's behind his walls, it's a good place to be, behind your walls. Horse or wheelbarrow coming in for MacLuffy. He's probably getting fairly close to castle age with 415 food and 260 on the gold. Nili, though, 530 on the food and 170 on the gold, so also macroing quite nicely. MacLuffy with the larger military, but these 3 scouts added late have held him back a little bit from the timing that Nili is not going to be able to do. MacLuffy buying and selling on the way up using the market. Nili not on the way up. He could be. Something I love to do with Sicilians is sell off at least 100 of that stone, maybe 200 of it, and still have enough for a second town center. And that's an advantage. I feel like that stone is like, you start with extra flex resources. Can be whatever you want when you use the market, and stone is good return on investment. Now, here we go. 35 seconds or so later to the next age is Nili. Bill counts, Nili is ahead by 2 now, but the idle TC time pretty wretched, as Nili doesn't have wheelbarrow and is later on the way to the castle age. Only 2 villagers ahead, should be about 5. As Nili also has the only villager kill in the game. There's a villager already here for MacLuffy. It's going to be a forward siege workshop. I said at the beginning, this guy likes to play aggressive. One of those guys who plays aggressive, and he's going to chop this. Nili's ready for it, but not ready for it. He's running. Okay, it's going to be a race. It's going to be a race. Can he get in? Nili gets the walls down. Nili gets the walls down. Wow. Oh, wow. This was awesome. Don't get to see that very often. And MacLuffy is gonna get in. Nili's got to bring his archers over, but he doesn't want to fight. There's so many scouts. This fight is so good for Nili. And MacLuffy could go ahead and drop a siege workshop inside of Nili's base if he wanted to. I don't know that it'd be smart, but he could. What a play by MacLuffy. Gets into the base of Nili. Crossbow and armor already on the way in. Get in the town center, Nili. Got a wall. Quick wall, quick wall, quick wall, quick wall. Okay. Never mind, you're alright. Crossbow Bodkin on the way for Nili now. And quick wall. These villagers on the gold are going to have to fight or run or die. Yeah, they're fighting. I think that's a good play. When you're caught out this badly, no, they're not fighting. They're running. They're dying. They're doing everything. Not great. Nili, just a couple seconds away from taking this fight convincingly. Now he can wreck this fight over here, and now he can wreck these back here, but the siege workshop is being added. Nili adding a second town center on this front gold. I like that town center sneaking out of the walls, expanding a little bit his control. Needs to do that. Now the eco KD 6-1 in favor of MacLuffy. The KD 16 to 18, 17 to 19. It should even up here, but these archers are microwing their hearts out, knowing that their death sentence is written if they don't. Neither player obviously has ballistics at this point, and the siege workshop gonna be coming up. MacLuffy, very good micro with these archers, keeping them alive. Third town center now being added by Nili. He should expect the siege workshop. He's known that villagers forward, so I would love to see a siege workshop of his own here to address this situation. And MacLuffy, so annoying. What? Just taking this fight with half the archer numbers. How annoying is that? Nili trying to get his everything back going, but there's going to be knights coming in. Nili, you've got to find a way to stop this pressure as these crossbows are coming. Now knights, now mangonels. He's going back into his base. Gonna be a little awkward. He does have town centers everywhere, though. This needs to be added farther and farther across. Finally, that is cleaned up. A couple villagers dying now for Nili. Now, it is 3 town centers to just the 1. Second now being added for macluffy. I need to learn how to do shorts because that needs to be a short clip. That was incredible play by macluffy, almost saved by Nili. Nili also making knights. Okay, this is great. A couple knights in here changed everything. Already having that stable up for the Sicilian player, pretty important. Also going monks, so I think Nili's actually going to be fine. This is where Nili thrives, I feel, in these strategic back and forth. Now, the knights are going to pop out and kill this siege off pretty soon. Some more villagers going to be dying, though, for Nili. Yeah, the knights come out. They're going to pop this mango back. Nili, you got a micro. He does. Nice micro. Nice micro. Knights are here. Doesn't take a big hit to the dome. Bring the knights across. Bring the knights across, Nili. Bring the knights across. Okay, he's got the monk out. Gonna get some conversions in. The KD massively in favor of macluffy, but Nili doing a great job with the defense, in my opinion, but still behind on villagers. He might get some knights converted here before long. He's going to wall these guys in the back here. Nicely done. Another masterpiece by Nili as Viper playing on Nili's account today. I love to see it. Nuts. The monk coming in now. Gonna get some conversions. The crossbow's just sitting there blasting away, but more knights on the way in. It's got to be a lot of monks now for Nili, as the night stream from our Magyar player is just so much. And these archers dropping down, you're not going to get there in time. Yeah, Nili was going to try to masterpiece that again, realizes that's not happening. And gonna need a lot of monks as the night stream into his base continues. That monk's gonna die. This monk's gonna get a conversion, but this is so tough for Nili. He's really bleeding a lot of villagers, a 13-to-1 eco KD, and I have to feel like this is not, oh, no conversion there. That monk wolo-load forever and no conversion. Nili is in trouble. macluffy has more military, better military. Nili struggling to keep pace, struggling with production. No wood on the map for him as he's got knights killing his villagers on the front and they're that town center. Doesn't notice them yet. Monk's out here for macluffy. Nili is dead in this game. I don't see any other way about it, and doesn't get the conversion again. That's got to be so frustrating. That's 2 conversions that should have come in and didn't. 20-to-1 on the eco KD, 44-to-55 on the villager numbers. Nili finally notices that he's been bleeding villagers at the front. And now the game settles for just a second, and what do? As the knights come roaring right back in. There's more knights than you have crossbows, 16-to-7. This is not a good situation. More monks are out here. Will he finally get a conversion? No, gets the delete in. macluffy, well played, and gets a conversion finally. Finally gets a conversion, but he needs about a dozen of those to make this game back up, or more. And I think Nili's going to call it, and GG's called. That aggression from macluffy, like I said at the beginning of the game, brings the entertainment. Nili was playing so well, but macluffy got that siege in. Got those knights into the base of Nili. Just kept the pressure on. Let's check the statistics here. You can see military and economically, macluffy wrecked. Technology, Nili. The KD 69-to-31. Wow. Economy, you can see just that constant raids led to a 3,000, almost 2,600 eco difference there for macluffy over Nili. Technology, don't really know what gave Nili the advantage in technology stats, as macluffy had the faster castle time and the bigger research count. Must be just the exploration. Society stats, you can see the total villagers created was actually 9 higher for Nili, but at no point after this point here did he have a higher vill number. Well, okay, I take it back. Right here, he had 1 more vill. And then, it just went in macluffy's favor. APM. Similar speed players, but Nili just unable to get the win with the strategy. Very nice aggression. That's how you want to play knights. You want to get that aggression and get that fast castle time, get the siege follow up, make it messy for the crossbow player. All right, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe. If not, that's all right. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.